Hey everyone! Down here from the comic studio as we're back here. We're here in Cozy Cafe Comic Studio as we're gonna be trying to make it out this video about here. And since it was nothing compared like anything around of these things, such as Scruffiness Comic Studio, it was the reference from the Scruffiness Comic Studio or the Scruffiness Comic Studio as then before, and I'm probably sure that it could be the same as the OCs, but nothing whatsoever that I just gonna be pretty able to be song like these things as well. And we got some more of those, a lot of OCs, like I guess, and many of those things like it pretty it was. So we have for the multiple of characters as well, and it's absolutely a lot. And looks like there must be some sort of an NPCs as well. It definitely is copied as Cookie Run Comic Studio as well, and it's a lot of those things that recently that is completely copying and about for the comic studio like themselves. As I'm probably using like many of those characters like themselves, smiling at themselves, and we got those main cookies, and we got special cookies. We got a lot of them ourselves. There was from for the Cookie Run franchise and many more of those things. But the creator itself was actually itself for one thing is real, and it was actually a female or pretty itself that isn't going to do so. And another one is costumes and fan arts and many of those things. Fan and arts was pretty many more OCs like anything that before. And we didn't have any kinds of sprites for the costumes and fans like itself. The sprites are some sort of mask, the headset, a pet dragon, some deadly eyes, a notebook, and other itself are like a good and evil, and a tea bag or a teas like these things as well. The special one could be some of the cows or a cats and many of those things, but one thing that isn't going to do this. Instead of those things, like anything that is before like these, we got for the multiple of special effects, like anything like to do, was we have the crystals, or bracelets like these things, stars, notebooks, knives, swords, or anything like itself, like non-figurines or something like itself, glasses, or a newborn baby like these things, in a sketchbook or sketch paper, a chicken like anything for itself, Oreo, a small bowl, a monster cat figurines or a monster cat plushies, a camera, or likely for a snapshot as well, anything as well. So probably a lot of things like pretty more of those things as made cookies as well. And finally, the backgrounds we got like anything as four and specialized like these things are the concept arts or not. Even for just some sort of drawings ourselves, but there was nothing even here and about for just like for the basic backdrops. Even for cells, let's just make for itself to start like these a little bit itself. But first thing we're gonna be trying to use for the options as well. So as we're gonna be trying to do like anything, just turning on the enable flipbook mode, and this isn't going to get for a little bit as well. So where's the flipbook mode as well? So there it is to connect a little bit of online. So if I'm just gonna be trying to record voice, there must be many more options to do so. But without further ado, and I'm trying to do what is just try to get things a little bit cost. So I just completely enabled the flipbook mode. That I just never realized that isn't going to be coming a little bit as well. So I make sure that we're gonna be might add a little bit for just something like it else. Or maybe we just gonna be trying to return to standard. So let's get started like anything we go. First, we have civilian cars that we got the 2008 Buick Enclave, a 2016 Chrysler 200 or 200C, and a 2011 Ford Ecoline for like these for the E350, like anything that's as well. So the first off, we're gonna be just trying to do this. That she looked like for the bottomless, for one thing as well. So I cannot believe that we're gonna be started around her, or just we're gonna be trying to do this. This is actually for an unknown name as well. So I never believed that we're gonna be starting off with her, which is a little bit of one thing as well. So this is not for about for the age of owner as well. So this is not gonna be just trying to do nor or age. And another one could be exactly like for the non-casualties around here as well. So the next one could be for such as dark ice cream. So even for such some sort of a girls, like anything that before that is actually to do. And the next one could be for one thing as well. So not the reason that is actually for looking about of this guy as well. So we're probably not sure that the next guy could be actually a buzz. And I might should be able to say for about of those multiple of girls as well. So even to do this, nothing is actually owns like a van for this guy, like anything about of those things, like not even for themselves as well, or pretty itself for off duty. And let's just not be able to be saying for around here. Nothing is absolutely for such as driver, unless this is not going to be only want to be. So the first thing, this is not going to get a little bit as well as one thing as she is. So she's the driver, and one conductor could be for absolutely for his daughter. So what is actually going to be next to do this? We're going to be using for a Dodge Grand Caravan. And what it else that we're just going to be trying to do this? Another one could be for a... Wait, we need a wagon, or itself a pickup truck as well. So we need itself for wagon itself for one thing as well. But I'm pretty not sure that we guess that we absolutely try to find for some sort of a 2018 Buick Regal Tourex. So this is a sports wagon, and another one itself, and where is some sort of a pickup truck as well, such as the Chevy Express. No, what it is. Where is some sort of a GMC, and what about the truck as well? So what about I just gonna be picking the GMC Sierra? And what it's actually going to be doing for one thing is next. So back to main cookies that we indeed to try to do. But it's actually, if you don't like, for the oatmeal raisin, I think she looked pretty old. And what about for some sort of, all those three females, and it's gonna be going to be everywhere as well as possibly to do. So I'm not sure, it was probably a kid. He was so small. I gotta be even kidding me that we're just gonna be trying to do. Like anything I just tried to do, like anything it was. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be, should be able to drive a truck or some sort of a sport wagon over here. And it's not actually gonna be going to get a little bit itself great. But another one, in a total of 5 girls. And what about that man? I'm probably should not gonna be able to see this like anything that before. It's almost gonna be time before the end of this video that I just added those video or added these characters for the vehicle belongings, unlike girls itself, which is as was. So there aren't boys like here, and especially that must be for one thing. This is not a girlfriend like it's one of these things like anything before. Let's just get on to the customs fans, like anything itself for one and only, or should we say that is not going to be going for around here. And so that could be the end of this video before. So there should be a lot of females. Unlike anything that before like these things. Oh dear, there must be one disabled girl with a wheelchair over here. And is lovable for itself for one thing as well. And the music. Oh my god, that is not very good. And what about this one lucky star or a sun and the moon? A lot of girls or what itself to do. Because of the creator created so much girls, a lot. Or maybe this is pretty intense of females, a lot as well. So before we get to the end of this video, I'm probably pretty sure that was actually for one these guy over here. And what about one thing is gonna be on the trailer, or something is not gonna be to do with it's anything as well. So, but you know why? We're gonna be trying to find something else, but still, it's not going to find something really even possible. So what about going into the next page? What about the NPCs? So it's not going to be pretty a lot of those things as well. So let's put around from even for these guys, and not some sort of a little bit of sun as well. So this is actually a little bit small. So without further ado, let's try the end of this video. But finally, we just probably to say, let's gonna be going for a studio crossovers. And what about itself for one thing as men as well? So what about some sort of next page? And oh, really think it is. The final thing is not gonna be going to do this, but about for Scruffiness Comic Studio. And I hopefully that should be able to load around here as well. So probably that should be the end of this video as well. And I could be about to really just try to say like anything as just thanks for watching about this thing as well. So if you try to leave a like on this video as anyways, just don't forget that the comic studio is going to be linked in the description below, including the main website. And that should be actually going to be tried. Thanks for watching by itself. But unfortunately, that doesn't work as well like anyways. So that's pretty not much as well anyways. And I'm not very sure. This isn't going to get a little bit as work. It's not pretty working anymore. Because unfortunately that doesn't going to be going to working anything sooner as well. So we might going to be going into the next video as well. And I'm probably sure that is gonna be thanks for watching. And this is Turbo Concept is signing off, and I'm probably that I'm gonna be see you mini lads all later that we just probably said that already.